Chronic UTIs, yeast infection, BV, ureaplasma, mycoplasma. If any of this sounds familiar to you, please listen. For basically a year, I was consistently diagnosed with a UTI. I saw so many specialists, urologists, gynecologists, urogynecologists. I was constantly taking antibiotics, which weren't working. I had a copper IUD, I got that removed. It did not solve anything. It got to a point where I started getting bladder installations, which is basically just like steroids in your bladder sac. Like everything I was told to do was just a band-aid for the symptoms and not like actually solving the root of my problem. This is when I started doing my own research and found this thing called ureaplasma. Not a lot of doctors test for it. You have to specifically ask for it. My results showed I had ureaplasma, but still these antibiotics weren't curing it. At this point, I had taken 5 rounds of antibiotics. Along with all of this urinary pain, I was going through like a shit ton of yeast infections and BV because I was taking so many antibiotics. So I went back to my research and I found out that a lot of this bacteria, especially after you've taken so many antibiotics, they form biofilms around them, which make it pretty much impossible for the antibiotics to penetrate the bacteria and kill it. Basically, they've become antibiotic resistant. How do I break down this biofilm? You need specific enzymes, and you can take these enzymes as supplements. These are the ones I took. I came up with my own schedule on how I'm going to deal with this. 2 days before and 2 days after I start my antibiotics, which was doxycycline, I was going to take my digestive enzymes. I did this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Skip the cranberry supplements, just get D-mannose. This is like the main ingredient in cranberry supplements. I was also taking the suggested dose of this because I was on antibiotics again and I knew that I was going to get some sort of vaginal irritation. I was also taking vaginal probiotics. I know it sounds a lot to be on antibiotics and 4 supplements, but this is what worked for me. You know, you don't have to do this. If you are thinking of doing this, like ask your doctor first. I looked up what specific strain of lactobacillus, which is a probiotic, targets ureaplasma. It was this one, Lactobacillus crispatus. I was also taking the femdolphus vaginal probiotics. After 13 months of agonizing pain, it was over in like 2 weeks. It was just over. It's been about 5 months and I still have not had any sort of flare-up, irritation, nothing. I stopped taking my digestive enzymes. I will keep up with D-mannose and take it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. My probiotics, I take them daily. I know how much it sucks to like have this incurable pain. It feels like no one's helping you. You're kind of just stuck with this forever, but I promise you, like it will get better. This is coming from someone with like severe OCD as well. So any sort of health issue just feels like you're dying.